Good night to the good people of Antigua and Barbuda. Good night to the UPP massive. You know, when we saw the whistle stop today and the thousands who came out today, you did not come out for bribery. You did not come out for handouts. You came out, brothers and sisters, because 5 years ago, we made a change in this country. We made a change for the people of this country. And you recognize, my good brothers and sisters, the good people who support this United Progressive Party, that this party is for the people of Antigua and Barbuda. Brothers and sisters, over the past 5 years, you can see the work that we have done. And we have come before you to stand on our record. 5 years ago, when we came to you, brothers and sisters, we told you that we needed to transform this country. And when you look at our record over the 5 years, I say that we have transformed this country. We have the leader, we have the team, and we have the policies. We stand behind the Honorable Baldwin Spencer, who over the years has demonstrated a commitment to the people, the working people of Antigua and Barbuda. He's not a man who can be bought, a man of principle. And he has led this party, brothers and sisters. And over the 5 years, you can see the leadership. It is leadership that you can trust. We have the team. And tonight, we are here in Rural North to support one of the members of this team, the Honorable John McGinley. John McGinley has worked for this country. As Minister of Health, he has worked tirelessly in order to complete the half-finished job of the Labour Party at Mount St. John. What they could not finish, brothers and sisters, John McGinley has demonstrated his capacity to do what they could not do. John McGinley has represented the people of this constituency with love and devotion. When he goes to cabinet, John McGinley will always argue for St. John's Rural North. This is a man who deserves a second term. And I call upon you, the good people of St. John's Rural North, to give John McGinley your full support when the election day comes. Brothers and sisters, in the constituency of St. John City East, when you pass through today, you can see that we are ready for the election. They have sent someone there by the name of Ronnie Come Lately. But we're going to tell Ronnie Come Lately that when he finished with him, he is not going to be Ronnie Come Lately. He is going to be running from City East. We are going to cut off his head. We're going to trample him. We're going to crush him. Brothers and sisters, you look for City East on election day. You don't have to worry. We're going to make sure that when we finish with Ronnie Come Lately, that's the last you're going to see of him. Anybody here from City East? City East, let me hear you. Brothers and sisters, City East is ready. I say, we have the policies, and over the last 5 years, we have demonstrated those policies. I can tell you in tourism, we have made significant strides in tourism. When you talk about cruise tourism, in 2004, we were getting just over 200 cruise passengers per year. Under the UPP, in 5 years, we're now getting nearly 700,000 cruise ship passengers a year. From 200,000 to nearly 700,000, that is progress. when it comes to stay-over visitors who are coming to this country, we have seen significant growth bringing more airlines to Antigua and Barbuda. 5 years ago, Delta Airlines was not coming to Antigua. It's coming now. 5 years ago, Condor Airlines from Germany was not coming to Antigua. It's coming now. BMI was not coming from England. It's coming now. We did not have a direct flight from Miami to Antigua on American Airlines. We have it now. That is progress, brothers and sisters. That is progress. And with the new flights that we have brought to this country, we have increased the number of hotel rooms, mainly with local ownership. We have seen over 50 Antiguans and Barbudans develop small hotels, inns, and guest houses. They were not there on the Lester Bird, but they're there on the Baldwin Spencer and the United Progressive Party. Brothers and sisters, one of the things that I feel proudest about with this UPP government, if you know Mr. Miguel Tong and his wife and their family, they run a project out at Prickly Pear Island where they take people, tourists, to Prickly Pear Island. They've been doing it for many years. On the Lester Bird, they tried to get a lease so that they could have some sense of stake in Prickly Pear Island. Lester Bird said, no, they're not good enough to get a lease for Prickly Pear Island. So they had to be going there just with permission. They had no legal stake in Prickly Pear Island. Under the UPP government, brothers and sisters, I can tell you tonight, and you can check for yourself, this government has created a 99-year lease for the Tong family so that they can develop Prickly Pear Island as local business people, as a family, Antiguan and Barbudan, born and bred, brothers and sisters. That is progress. Brothers and sisters, we have seen development in all different areas. When we promised the taxi drivers that we would make sure that if they wanted to get a taxi, they could get it duty-free. We have done that. Under the Labour administration, if a taxi driver wanted duty-free, they had to go and beg behind politicians, and if you didn't support Labour, you wouldn't get it. They would pick and choose under this UPP administration. Regardless of your political affiliation, you can ask Destroyer if you think a lion. Right up there at the airport. Regardless of political persuasion, he put on a red shirt and he still got the duty free because he's a taxi driver. And we have said that regardless Antigua come from, you're entitled to eat a bread. And so we make sure that every taxi man in this country, every taxi woman in this country, if they want to get a duty free for their taxi, this government has given it to them. No questions asked. That is progress. Brothers and sisters, because of the progress that we have made with the economic development, we have allowed jobs to be created. You walk around or drive around this country and you see the number of homes that are being built. These are not expatriates that are building these homes. These are Antiguans and Barbudans building homes all over this country. Nice homes, lovely homes for their families. This is because we have had policies that have kept income coming in, making sure that people have remained employed, making sure that people can go into business, and to ensure, brothers and sisters, that Antiguans and Barbudans can have a stake right here on the rock. And with the economy that we have been able to develop and make progress to such an extent, brothers and sisters, right now we are going through a world economic crisis. And despite this world economic crisis, Antigua is still doing better than almost every other country in the Caribbean. We are still holding our own. We are still making sure that the flights are coming. When we brought American Airlines here with a direct flight from Miami, it was a time when American was cutting back flights to almost every other Caribbean destination. We got them to come here to Antigua. In British Airways, the case of British Airways right now is flying daily to Antigua, and whereas before they would only share Antigua with another island like Tobago or Grenada or St. Lucia. We, for the first time, now have a dedicated flight by British Airways. The whole plane come to Antigua, turn around in Antigua, gone back up to England, brothers and sisters. This didn't come by chance. This came as a result of hard work. And so when you hear a comic like Malvin Joseph talking about he knows what he's doing, I challenge Malvin Joseph, show your slate for the last 10 years of the Labour Party government, and we will show our slate for the last 5 years. And I can tell you, when you put your 10 years to our 5 years, we outpace you, we outclass you, we outstrip you, we outperform you. Brothers and sisters, that is progress.